Alright, I got the kettle on. Let's see if I can get to this mail call before it blows up. Okay, went down to the local shop today, got a few things. The things that are going to allow me to change Nekkazar, to entertain you all with what I'm going to do there. So first off, I'm going to put an Arcane Denial in him. So everybody's drawing more cards. And then I'm going to put these in. I'm going to take out counter spells. I'm going to take out some of the stuff that isn't really working. Nira, Shura. And I'm going to put these in. These 1 mana black instant that until end turn, target creature doesn't die. Either it gets Undying, or it gets a Wicked Roll, returns to the battlefield, blah, 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 blah. I'm really surprised there are so many of these effects. Really surprised. When I was looking it up, I was like, God damn, how many... Why don't they just reprint one of them? I'm kind of happy they didn't, because I want these for Nekkazar, for the new plan. So, not dead after all. When this creature dies, it comes back tapped with a Wicked Roll attached. It gets +1/+1, and when it dies, each opponent loses 1 life. Okay, I don't care about that. Undying Malice. Until end turn, target creature, when it dies, bring it back tapped with a +1/+1 counter on it. Until end turn, target creature gains. When this dies, turn to the battlefield tapped with +. What's the difference? Just the text, just the kerning. The kerning is the only difference I can see. So this one, the return word. So it even looks the same. Undying Malice, Feign Death. And they're even... I mean, these sets are back to back, weren't they? So return, and then here, return is down there. It to the battlefield, tapped, under its control. It's the same fucking card. But cool, that means I have more of the effects. Professor's Warning. So instead of the creature coming back if it dies, it just becomes indestructible. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to worry about that put +1/+1 counter on target bastard. I'm going to worry about it being indestructible. So I've got that. I've got Supernatural Stamina. Until end turn, target... At least this is different. At least this does something, not just Undying. Until end turn, target creature gets +2/+0, and this creature dies. Bring it back tapped. So it only gets bigger for a little while. Doesn't get the counter. Kind of does the same thing, though. Comes back tapped and it's under its control. What about this fucking thing? What about Armored Shadows? Until end turn. So this is like Professor's Warning. So this is basically Professor's Warning. Instead of a counter, it just gets +1/+0 and it just shoved together. But same concept. So how many is that? With Undying Evil, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of these effects are going in Nekkazar, and I think it's going to be fun. I especially think it's going to be funny if Hive Mind is out. If Hive Mind is out, and I cast Toxic Deluge, and in response to the Deluge, not dead after all, everybody gets to copy it. Everybody keeps their best creature. Hey, it's a group hug Nekkazar. I think it was Regiment Joker, the Regiment Joker at Connor Sapphire, I believe, was telling me, you better get a fucking windfall for Nekkazar, you're an idiot. Alright, I got a windfall for Nekkazar. Are you happy now? Are ya? Does that rustle your jimmies? It's a pretty windfall too. It's foily. It's got some numbers on the art and some bullshit. Windfall. Okay, now these I got for Hirobi. So Hirobi is... I've got the cards ready to go. I need to sleeve them up, stack them up, shuffle them up, and show them off. That's what you want to see, right? You want to see how the new Hirobi is. It's time to get Chainer Dimension Master. One problem I'm having with Hirobi is life gain. I need a lot of incremental life gain. And with the creatures I have and the creatures I chose, it's piecemeal. It's here and there. I do have Vito, because I had an extra Vito copy. So Vito will feature in Hirobi. But I thought this guy is good. My first concept, of course, was to revert back to Balthor. Balthor the Defiled. Balthor Defiled is 2 black, and I believe he's a 2/2. You can spend... He's a zombie dwarf. You can spend 3 black, exile him, and bring all black and red creatures from graveyards to play. And so The idea is if I have a lot of creatures in my graveyard and somebody goes to exile it, I need some way to save some of my creatures. A Chainer here, he fills the position that Balthor the Defiled would hold, but he's different. So he costs 5 instead of 4. He's 3/3 instead of 2/2. He makes all nightmares bigger, and at instant speed, because it doesn't say only as a sorcery and only once per turn, at instant speed I can spend 3 black, 3 life, snatch any creature card from any graveyard, bring it to play under my control. It becomes black and a nightmare. Of course, when he dies, exile all the nightmares, so he's probably going to have a bullseye painted on his head, and it's going to be tricky with Hirobi. Remember, I do not have to cast Hirobi. I can hold him in the command zone until the most auspicious moment to field him, and until then I can just play with the suite of creatures that are in the deck. And that's kind of what I'm thinking Hirobi now. It used to be he was the piece de resistance of the deck, the main feature. Now he's going to be kind of a support card. Support card I can call on as needed. Kind of a air support on call. So picture him circling around the battlefield, waiting for the call to come to provide air support. That's the way he's going to be. So Chainer, really curious to see how he works. Since creature is going to be dying and I need life, Blood Artist is, it doesn't take a lot of imagination, does it? It's black. Creatures are dying. Blood Artist. How original. There's his Soul Ring, Ring-a-ding-dong, the Black Soul Ring of Death and Decay. Got this guy, Witch of the Moors. Girl, chick, it, whatever the hell it is. So this bastard, 5 for a 4/4 Death Toucher. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain life, each opponent sacks a creature, and you get to take a creature from your graveyard and put it in your hand. That's pretty cool. Ooh. Maybe, nah, I don't gain a whole lot of life in Korvold. Hirobi. These, they finally had 3 of these foil at a good price. I have 1 foil for my Merfolk sideboard, so I thought I'd go ahead and pick it up. I know these are no longer played in the current modern metagame. They've fallen out of favor hardcore. But in my closed environment, with so many of my decks having green creatures, especially Absent Evolution, I thought this would be more interesting. I thought this would be good for my suite of closed decks. So anyway, now I have 4. Then I got some bullshit. I got these 3 reserved list bullshit cards. So, colorless green instant. If an opponent casts a creature, you can take a green creature card from your hand and drop into play. It used to be this is kind of a occasional trick, because I mean, what are you going to? You're going to drop a Force of Nature. You're going to drop what during Mirage? Oh, the big green Canopy Worm. Maybe we'll drop a Canopy Worm. Maybe you'll drop a Craw Worm. A 6/4 Trampler, or Craw Giant. 6/4 Rampage 2 bastard. That would be rough. So anyway, back then when these were printed, it really wasn't that great. Now, I only have a couple decks that could take advantage of these, but they were cheap. And I thought I'd just go ahead and pick up 3. They only had 3. I would have picked up 4 if they had 4, but they didn't. So I picked up 3. So I'm not sure where I'm going to play them, but I've always liked the art. I wanted one of these for the art anyway. And they were 50 crowns each, about €2 each. So I thought, yeah, I could trade for those. Get the art one out of the way, so I've got my binder. And if I want to play a couple, I've got extra copies. And then I got some real bullshit. I got these. This is some, ooh, look. The color's different. This one's darker. Probably printed at a different factory. So anyway, what this bullshit does, natural balance, 2 and a green for a sorcery. Everybody with 6 more lands sacks enough lands to go down to 5. Everybody with 4 or less lands goes and finds enough basics to bring their total to 5. So it equalizes everybody's lands at 5. And I like the art. This is another one I wanted for the art because it's just so funky. It's just so weird. I love it. Old Mirage card. And it was cheap too. It was the same price as 50 crowns. So I got the play set. Not that I would play them. Maybe I could play it in my Jund deck. And it's some land destruction, pseudo land destruction bullshit. So I'm thinking I might put these in an Astrusian deck. And with that, there goes the kettle. Cheers!